This is Drop Tent Media Network.
Hi, hello, welcome, Call of Us, Neil Wood, Adam Nutter.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Good.
Human.
Good.
Sir, slimy reptilian.
All right, boom, here we go. Back into the Cult of Us. Only Neil Wood here. I've had a great guest today, though. We're going to talk it up because him and I are going to be battling tomorrow and possibly in the future, which is going to be fun, making fun of each other. But yeah, everybody, comedian Marcus LeVar, super funny.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
How you feeling, Neil? Neil Wood in the building.
Feel good, dude. I feel good, happy. Despite whatever the fuck's going on outside, I just stay in the studio and create shit. So I don't have anything to complain about, dude. But yeah, how you doing, man? How's everything been going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm alive. Can't complain too much. Love life and I love living life, man. I'm ready for tomorrow, man. I'm gonna fuck shit up tomorrow, Neil.
Dude, I'm so excited. It's one of those things where you're looking at the jokes the day before for a roast battle, and you're like, this is gonna kill. Oh, that's you already putting tallies on. He's like, that joke worked. Fucking nailed it. Yeah, you're looking at him like, yeah, this is gonna. You have to have a sense when you're roast battling that like this joke's good. You might not think that in your set. You know, you're working out a set and you're like, that's funny. But for roast battles, you have to be like, nah, that's gonna be fucking. That's gonna devastate.
You know more than me, man. I'm not a roaster at all, man. But I listen. I'm gonna have fun tomorrow because I didn't. My thing is, it's like I don't give a fuck if the joke works or not. I'm gonna be having so much fun. It's gonna get a laugh regardless.
Right.
We're gonna do it, man. I mean, last time I did a roast battle might have been in 2020, and
damn, okay.
Yeah, it's like 4 years ago, man. And it was online. It was virtual, so it was like, yeah, that shit was ass, man.
Ooh, that's a special type of fucking silence in that virtual.
Yeah. Virtual comedy was hell on earth, man.
Every once in a while, I still see one that someone's doing a virtual comedy show, and I'm thrown back. I mean, do whatever you want to do, obviously, but it kind of throws me off. I'm like, what's happening right now?
This is a show full of people that still wear masks outside in 2024. That's all this is, man.
So, James, I honestly don't even think about it. It's a show full of people that still wear masks outside. Exactly. Still in a mask at home. I know. I feel for the people that like are immunocompromised still and like just don't know who they're gonna be running into, you know? Like they just gotta play that like, hey man, I'd rather just not fucking play with this shit. Like I feel that. Every once in a while though, you still see somebody like in Philly even walking around. When you see it out in the sticks, it's even wilder, but like next to no one. Like no one's gonna be around them. They could easily like avoid them, still masked up, and you're like,
in the car by themselves.
This drove me wild. It drove me insane.
I still see that. People in a car with nobody else in the car, just mask on. I'm like, yo, and you're right. There are people that are still like immunocompromised and they have to watch out for the COVID and any other disease that might attack them. But I feel bad for them because they're being mischaracterized with the rest of these pussies that are wearing masks in the car by themselves. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, man. I think the mask became like a fidget spinner for some of the folks. Maybe it's just like they just got that face fidget spinner on. And I don't know. I try to give it grace. I think when we were still in it, when it was still kind of, like, okay, but we're coming out of it, and I try to give them a little bit of grace. Like maybe they're a Lyft driver, but when you don't see like Uber or Lyft, any markings on the car and you just see someone alone with a mask on, you're just like, man, listen, if these NPCs are going to be so blatantly fake out here in the simulation that we're in, apparently, I guess, I never think that shit, but I'm like, somebody messed up the code again.
Yeah, after a while, the conspiracy theories start to make sense, man.
Don't do this. He's like, sometimes though, it is.
If you sit in the house long enough, it all starts to make sense, man.
Yeah, right. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't fucking do this with like drinks and shit, but it is fucking nasty as shit outside. Yeah, wait. I mean, do you drink? Do you smoke? Like, what? Let me know.
Oh.
Obviously, I don't give a shit about in terms of roast, but I really don't. We don't get to hang as much. You know, we've been at shows. I've booked you on, Biggest Little Comedy. We always love having you come through, but don't really get a hang as as much. You're working, you're doing shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a drinker. I can't call myself a drinker anymore. I'm definitely a weed smoker. I would be smoking weed right now, but I'm doing a podcast. So
I got you.
It's like, but no, I'm not a drinker as much as I probably used to be since I started running. So it's really like I drink sparingly. Like if I go out and it's like I got nothing to do tomorrow, I already ran today, whatever. Yeah, we could do that, but.
Yeah, I think in the process of which is also I'm on the same thing. I definitely just mental health wise, I'm definitely dipping into the THC. I think my purveyor of chill vibes actually was on the last episode. He also does music and a lot of other stuff, but he's the dude who I go to for some products like that, I will say.
Drug dealer on the podcast.
What? No, what? That's a ridiculous. How dare you accuse us? How dare you say that is his only game? He is a creative. He's got a t-shirt line. I'm actually was going to be wearing a t-shirt for this. Yeah. He's a good dude. Shout out to Zuccotti. But yeah, I would say definitely more of that. I mean, I'm still, I'll be out there drinking a little bit, but I think you all in 30s is when men usually start hopefully men start toning it down with the booze. You don't want to be the sloppy 30-year-old drunk. Like, it's never good.
Well, 30s is definitely when you hit a crossroads and it's either I'm going to slow down or I'm going to pick it up, and it's one of those two.
Yeah, I like to pick it up, people. Oh, fuck. Yeah, just go to therapy, dude. That's fine. Just go to therapy, dude. But yeah, or just become a professional. That's like you could drink. Like there are professionals who drink. I'm sure Elon Musk said gets at it. Like there are you'd have to become. I feel like by 25 you should know your drugs, know what you're doing, know your limits and all that. If you're fucking up after 25, it's like you got 25 to 30 to hone that shit in, and then after that it's locked in. Like you should know about this shit, figure it the fuck out. You should be able to operate a job, like be fully functional, like whatever you're doing. If not, get the fuck off it.
You should be able to drive while you're on it. If you can't drive while you're on it, by the time you're 25, you just need to quit.
Not to say any of us have done that. So, and you can't use this podcast as evidence because this isn't released yet. So there you go. That's how that works. But yeah, man. So running, it's funny because I've been getting back into running after mine was like more of like a knee injury thing. So, what do you always like? Were you a track dude in high school and everything? Was that like your go-to?
Hell no, Neil. I wasn't even a sports type of kid because my attention span is so short. Yo, I can't. Well, I can more so today, but when I was a kid, I could not focus to watch sports long enough, and I could only play until the point where it was like it wasn't serious. Like when it wasn't serious. Right. To a serious game, and it's like, oh, you got to dial in. I was like, nah. So I wasn't a sports guy as a kid. I played music, and I hung out a lot. And just after that,
sorry, hung out a lot is a nice way to say waste time. I like that.
Yeah,
I hung out a lot.
I fucked off my childhood doing nothing. I did nothing. But around 27, I started running, man. So I picked it up late. For most people, I guess.
Shout out to the runners. I guess I'm like, I used to crush miles. It got bad to the point where I was like, when I took a year off to go into the army and trained to go into the army, I was running boringly, almost bored with it, but I had to keep up with it. And I didn't want to do more marathons. I didn't want to do more miles. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not chasing miles. I just got to train and really work on speed for long distances I wanted to try to crush my, the mileage. But with running for you, so your mind's all over the place. I wonder this with other people too. So does running now help you center?
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's really only two things to do when you're running, man. Breathe and move your legs. So it's like, I focus on my breathing, and sometimes I got to turn the music off because that will distract me. Turn some music off.
Oh shit!
go set radio silence, man. You just gotta focus on that breathing.
So you're crushing in a lot of miles. We're talking marathon levels?
I've never done a marathon, but I put up about a marathon a week. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I do halves. I do half marathons.
Half marathon. Nice, man. Yeah, I ran a half marathon once, I think. Again, mileage is.
You look like a runner, you're a slim dude, man. You got to run it through, man.
Yeah. I definitely. If anything, now I'm trying to just pack on stuff, muscle. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I was running so much to the point where, like, I was running. I still do it. I still run to do errands, like literally run to do errands. Like, it's like if I got to drop off money at the bank or something. I will just. I'm a psychopath. I realized I was. I know it's a fucking weird move because I got to the bank, but it was way hotter than I thought it was gonna be. I'm just sweating in a bank line. Like they're like, if I didn't have an armband on with like the phone attached, they'd be like, okay, well, we're about to be just robbed. I think this guy's got a fucking gun. Yes, I'm here to deposit. It's $50. Like I have no money. It's fucking cheap ass dude. But I do love running, man. Yeah, I will say that I think it steadies my mind a little bit, just gets out the extra energy, like get it. I gotta do something to get that out. I'm sure a lot of people experience that. Do you ever come up with like jokes and shit while you run? Do you feel creative? The creative shit like stuff move?
I've heard people say shit like that, man. That doesn't happen to me, man. I'm out there breathing and just trying to make it back home, man. I will say sometimes if like the music is doing too much, I'll put on like a set. Like if I know I got like a 20-minute set on my phone or something like that I did recently, I'm like, all right, that's 20 minutes that I can just kind of zone out. And sometimes I'll listen to the set, and instead of listening to myself, I'll listen to like the audience, because sometimes the audience says things that you can kind of take as a tag. So it's like I just do shit like that. Look for tags in the audience.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I didn't even damn, good for you for being able to withstand the sound of your own voice while working out. Good job, dude. A lot of us comics, let alone like just listening to it regularly because we have to put it on I don't know if yeah, but then I find it's too distracting. I think music works for me much better. If I have to go super zen, not while running, but if I have to, like, when I meditate or whatever, it'll be like ocean. It'll just be like the ocean sound.
I might put that on when I'm running next time. Maybe a thunderstorm.
Dude, that'll take you to another place. You'll lose time. You will lose time, dude.
It's the kind of shit my girl listens to when she go to sleep, man. She's
exactly.
Like, rain on. Why? Why do I want that?
I love because my aunt Wib, shout out Aunt Wib. A weird name, I know. W-I-B, just Wibby.
I was gonna ask. I'm like, is that a family name?
It's a lot of the family names. Like my mom's name is Amelia, but because these are all like childhood names, and they couldn't pronounce them correctly as children, right? So Amelia became Mimi.
Okay.
Because the other girls couldn't pronounce it. And then, her sisters, my aunts. And then my aunt's name is Elizabeth. Like Elizabeth, like Ibby, Wibby. It's that weird morph where, like, yeah. I feel like and it's out into the streets sometimes as well. Like if some people come up to me and they're like, oh, I know your Aunt Elizabeth. And I'm like, I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. But if you're in the know, you're like, oh, Aunt Wibby. Yeah. Aunt Wibby. I know Wibby. Like, you're like, okay. It does sound like a child's name 100%, but it fits. I remember her putting on to fall asleep, which is fine. If you're alone, it's fine. But just us as kids down the shore, and she a couple of times she puts on like smooth jazz to go to bed.
Oh yeah.
There's just something in like a small, very thankful for, but small apartment when you have to listen to smooth jazz so that your aunt can go to bed.
Yeah,
like it's too, I don't know. It's fine, but it's just it's such a choice. And then you find yourself falling asleep to it, and you wake up and you hear saxophone, and you're like, all right, it does work. I don't know why that puts you right out now.
Every smooth jazz song got a saxophone. It was the saxophone guys were working overtime during that era.
God, I mean, did you play instruments? You said you played a little music?
I'm a percussion guy, man. So I play I played piano for a while, and then I switched over to snare drum, and then after snare drum, they taught me how to play everything else in the orchestra, so timpani, bass drum, and all that other bullshit. But I fell in love with the snare, man. The snare was it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking drumline. So when drumline came out, you were like pumped.
Dog, I thought that was me. I was like, yo, because my thing was I also didn't read music. Like I was not a guy that felt like reading music. If I heard you play it, I could pretty much do the same thing. If I messed up, I could adjust. But when I seen that movie, I was like, oh, I'm going to be famous with this shit. Yeah. I thought that was it, yo. I thought that was it. Nick Cannon was speaking to me.
Definitely. I watched that one probably like 3 or 4 times just because I played drums. So, but like I never played like for the band.
That might be white privilege, Neil. I think every black person has had to watch that movie at least 10 times. I don't think we can graduate high school before.
Yeah. Well, and in the white schools, they just put it on for our ethnic and culture classes. they're like, all right, this week we're gonna do drumline. I think absorb what you can from Black Southern culture, and then we'll meet back here and do a test. Yeah, they built up to roots. That was the thing. It was just a progression. It's like we start off kind of good, like it's gonna get even worse. You're like, it gets worse. You're like, so much worse.
Building up those roots is crazy. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But I had the judgment. I started to be able to read a little bit of music, but it was one of those things where as a creative, you sometimes do have to pick a lane. I'm not a savant. Like, yeah, it'd have been amazing if I immediately picked up just how to read music and could mess with that. But I knew it was something I would have to work at. And I had to be between a couple of things, like, all right, how spread thin are you going to be? There's only so much time in a day. Especially if you want to try to have like a girlfriend or life. And so it's like, I was like, I got to pick a lane. So dude, but I will say though, my uncle started playing like in the city in Philadelphia. He, being from here originally, he started playing when you could do this back in the day, like 16 years old, like in bands, like in the thing, like performing all through a year. And he got so good, built up his like whole career, and eventually sold like his stock in his own band because it had gotten to a point with its own clientele and production and all of that stuff. Like he would play the Wanamaker building and stuff like that and go all over. But all saying that is he's just a dude who just learned it, did it, and moved forward. So one day he sent a guy to my house to like teach me how to play drums. Like he was like, I shouldn't even say he said it was like teach you how to play drums. He was basically coming over to see if I'd be allowed to play drums.
See if you had it in your blood. Like, no, he's not.
Yeah, dude. You ever been in one of those situations? It's fucking nerve-wracking. Dude, it sucks. It sucks so much. Because it's just that, it's that moment. It's like the mentor kind of being like, well, let's see if you got it first. If you don't got it, then don't even bother.
That's hilarious, man. Because I watched, this kind of off, but I watched so much anime that this shit is just like a motherfucker just came into your house and was like, let me see if this kid is the chosen one. And then he wasn't. And then just like, never seen that guy again. That's it. This is
2 sessions. He just reports back to the higher ups. He's like, nah, kid's garbage. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. And it's like, I guess that's done. But it was nice enough to like, I still stay with him and like, I wish I still had room, in the city. It's definitely hard to keep a set in the city. But I would still want to play. I still have a thing for music, but I dedicated it to comedy and art, dude. I was again, there is a certain point where unless you're a savant, if it just comes naturally to you, then go pursue it, keep pursuing it, keep honing it. But if you got to work at it, sometimes you got to pick a fucking lane. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know you said, running and stuff like that. Obviously some part of your, like one of your gigs, like I asked you before, physical training and stuff like that. You're always like the physical dude, like always kind of keeping physically in shape. It sounds like you said you didn't do sports. So were you just like a sad sack son of a bitch and then you just like turning around? Or?
Yeah, I was a lazy motherfucker. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna see. I don't know if it's gonna pull up on the thing. Okay, bet. Oh yeah. I'm gonna shoot it to you right now. And this will show you what I look like not even 5 years ago. Not even 5 years ago, man. It was
Damn, dude.
Yeah, man, I changed my life dramatically. Not on purpose. I was just like,
If you show me a picture of a white dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my mind. He's like a chubby.
But that's a picture of me back when I was a different dude, man. I had a different lifestyle, and that was basically an accumulation of my life up until then, man. I was just eating and
damn.
Yeah, it didn't matter, man. It did not matter, man. I was a lazy motherfucker.
Yours happened much quicker than mine. I said I've been losing weight and getting into the shape I'm at over a longer period, just ebbs and flows and everything like that. But good for you, dude. Good shit, bro. I did not know. Nice.
It was
always.
Man.
What was the breaking point? Just like felt the health, felt the wear and tear, and just was like, fuck this.
Well, I mean, not to bring the mood down, but COVID came, and then and my dad got sick with cancer, so I kind of had to take care of him by myself because it was like, we couldn't get nurses out and shit like that. The hospitals were acting weird, so I had to take care of him by myself. And during that time, it was like I ain't got nothing else to do, no comedy, no job. I'm gonna just go run, and I was just doing that every day. And eventually, it just turned into something. I was like, I can't not run. I got to do this shit all the time now.
Yeah, it does become a paradox. He's like, baby, I would really love to stay. I know it's Valentine's Day, but I got to get in a run. I got to go for my own mental health. Sometimes it is, man. You got to hit it. You just got to do it.
My girl hates it. Well, she doesn't hate it, but it bothers her because I'm like, when we go places, like when we travel, I got to bring my stuff with me. I got to bring my sneaks. If I go to another state, I want to run in that state. And it pisses her off. And she's like, oh my God, you got to pack the sneaks, more sneaks. It's like, yes, I need the sneaks to go with me.
Like, we're talking, and also for the roast battle, I'm 100. Does your dad live? If not, I'm going to make even more fun of you. But
no, hell no, you ain't live, man. I ain't lose all this weight for him to live.
Like, I lost the father and the weight, so that's cool. It's all right. I'm dead, Dad Club. I feel you, dude. Yeah, it's I feel you on the run. It is weird that when you're traveling, if you're going on vacation and the people you're going with, your loved ones are like, hey, take a fucking break. To a certain point, I get it, but it is weird that we said that is a very American thing, I think. Like your physical activity, what do we need, right? Like in terms of what we talk about with like health insurance and all that shit, like it's not a want. I don't want health insurance. We all need health insurance. It's not a want. It's a fucking need. And for some reason or another, with working out or just general, like even if you were just trying to do a 30-minute walk when you were doing traveling, that is completely normal and you should. But we're somehow like, we're going to be trashed and disgusting the whole time. Just be trashed and disgusting. I don't know why we do that.
I don't know why people do it either. And I don't know if it's a racial thing because, I mean, other races might do the same thing, but black people, when somebody loses weight in the black community, everybody assumes drugs. They're like, what are you on? You doing perks now? It's like, nah, man. It's like nothing good can come from somebody being healthy in these situations. I got no fanfare. People are just like, all right. Yeah. Now you skinny. Now people act like I was never fat. I had somebody tell me that at a show one time. Like, yo, you were never fat. I'm like,
yep, I get this. Yeah. Yeah. The more abs I get, they're just like, oh, you fucking will probably look like this your entire life. I was like, this is a long, dude, I was like 50 pounds, not as tall, but like 50 pounds bigger than this, all in my tits. Yeah, it sucked. It was not a good look, dude. Cystic fucking acne, titties. It's a fucking rough go. You know what I mean?
And you realize clothes look better on you when you're in good shape.
Oh, 100%.
I don't even know what the fuck I was wearing before this. I was like, all right.
Oh, dude, I was such a fat kid. I know the big people out there know what I'm talking about. This is only, Big J Ogres has talked about this, but he hits me with it because I remember doing it. I used to grab my shirt so much to pull it off my titties so that you wouldn't see my titties. My shirts would have the permanent dimple.
From pulling it off.
Yes, because you'd constantly just be like this. Your hands would be sweaty a little bit, you'd be pulling it off and like trying to sink in your titties. Oh man, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. You ever wake up with a Charlie horse? How about that? How about that? Start your day off with that one.
Oh, no, luckily, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's been happening older though. That's been happening like if I didn't stretch enough, if I ran, didn't stretch. You do that one stretch in bed, an immediate Charlie horse, and you're like, oh, somebody hit me with a hammer. I want to get hit with a hammer right now. Fuck. Are you finding it? Because what I mean, well, you are who you are. I feel like 2019. I'm trying to guess an age. You could be in your 30s, but who knows? You could be at 24. No one knows. We understand this is a thing that black people have. We understand.
It's the moisturizer, man.
Yeah, it's just I get it. Totally get it. No, but I think in your 30s, running, having that health there, that's got to be a point of it. You feeling good? I mean, I can't believe your girl's not into it. That's like,
yo, I wish I could get my girl to run, man, but it's like I understand because this is not something like she knew me before the run. So it's not like if she would have met me after the fact, maybe I could have brought her into the fold, but to just kind of I switched my life around. Then she's looking like, well, I didn't try to switch my life around. I've been here the whole time. So I get it. I can't make her run. But I get her ass in the gym though. I make sure she's in the gym. Gotta stay in the gym.
Well, it's either that or you dump her, right? So that's the two options. Two options.
That's the elephant. That's the elephant in the room, I guess. It's not like I don't say it. I'm not gonna say like I'm leaving you, but I gotta make her feel like he might leave me if I get
you had a heavier month. We get that. We're gonna make strides. That's fucked up.
Actually, my girl's pregnant right now, man.
Oh shit! Someone else's? No. It can't be yours. Everything we just talked about. We're both broke as shit. What are you talking about? Shit.
Yeah, so she putting on some weight lately.
Congrats, man. That's huge. Congrats. You better get her running. She better get in the gym.
I showed her. There really are like videos of girls that like are pregnant and they just like out running. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. No,
cool.
I mean, my mother would tell you different, and that was the consensus around it from like before certain times. I think some doctors are still in it. They're like, you really should be active. Like it actually is meant, it's actually really good for the baby to a certain month, obviously. Like, you start caring farther. Like I always heard that. My mom would be like, you're not walking every day. You're not doing this. You should be doing squats. Like, apparently that was like the thing back in the day.
Yeah, if you look at those old videos, man, it was just like a bunch of squat machines.
Yeah, you're showing your girl. She's like, yeah, you got to get one of those vibrating little rubber bands that goes around your back. Shake that baby out of you. Shake that baby out of you.
Can you believe the shit they used to sell to people for physical fitness? Like it was nobody. Did y'all do any research? Like, why did y'all think that was going to give you abs? Because you put a band around my stomach and it shook.
Dude, those contractors, those electroconvulse contractors, I think you still buy those, and they keep updating it, and they'll release it every once in a while. Like, it's the new ab thing. You could do crunches with it, or you could just sit on the couch and think it works.
Go to sleep.
Like, what?
Like, what the fuck is that supposed to do?
That's go to sleep with it. Your chick is just putting that on her clit. What are we talking about? She's taking that ab crunching machine, that ab crunching electroshot. She's putting it on her like a diaper, and she's going to town. Yeah, that is what's happened.
That's what they all do, man.
That's what they all do. Yeah, we all know that old trope. You got your electric diaper on right now? Yeah, you do. Dirty girl, you.
It's easy for girls to find things to get them off. They used to sit on the. Remember, girls used to sit on the. What is it? The
Sibians?
No. What the fuck is that?
Oh, never mind. I might have just fucked you up.
No, I don't even know what you just said.
Sibian. So the Sibian, that was, you might even remember it because if you're in like the little same age bracket as I am, that used to be the shit you would see on Howard Stern if he had on like a porn guest. It was basically just like a seat, a rounded seat, and it just vibrates and it's got a little.
Like it almost looks like the bull, the mechanical.
It looks like a horse's saddle almost.
I've seen it.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Not close, but close. They used to sit on the washing machine, the dryer, the fucking washing machine or the dryer.
I know.
Same shit.
It's so embarrassing because I have a stacked one. So every time she gets up there, I'm like, baby, you know you can't get down off that. You know you gotta do upsies. You're just like, come on now. Come on, jump. Trust me and jump. I know you already came.
Finding your girl trying to get off on a stacked washer and dryer is crazy. So how did you get up there?
Yeah. She knocks over the ladder accidentally, can't get down.
How dedicated are you to this?
Fuck. Yeah, man. I mean, I guess we'll get, coming. We got a little time left, but like, yeah, the roast battle. I haven't roasted in a bit either. I will say, it's fun. I feel like you and I get the tone. Like, I always just want, and this is always the case most of the time. The people I roast with, like, this is for the crowd. You and I can say whatever the fuck we want to each other. Like, I mean, it's meant to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing should be, like, you're not gonna hurt anybody's feelings. It's pretty much impossible. So, have fun with the crowd. Play into it. And have some fun with it. But like the last roast you did, the online roast, I don't even want to hear about. You keep that shit to your fucking self. That's atrocious. I can't even. I mean, that's got to be a horror story sometimes. Like the timing is so. Getting roast timing isn't hard, but you get it down. But like that with an audience that's over virtual, I'm like, fuck that. That's insane.
It was a good time, but it wasn't a good time. It was like it's like the good times you have in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's like oh yeah, that was fun, and I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, no, that's apt. That's definitely apt. But yeah, I mean, roasting. Do you have like places, roast stories from either you or ones you've seen? I mean, I've seen shit go too far. I've seen straight up crazy bombs and all that shit. But what's your ideas when it comes to roasting in general?
I think roasting can be fun. It depends on what we're talking about. Like, there's different types of roasts. We got the one where somebody sits there and then everybody comes around and just talks shit. And then you got the ones where it's like a battle, like we're doing tomorrow. And I would say I like the battle style a little more because I think you find more off the cuff type shit there. Like, of course, people want to write, but then it's like sometimes the joke bombs. Yeah. And then you got to say something to still pull something out if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just want to not just bomb like this. So, yeah, you find some interesting things at the head-to-head battle. But I work with kids, man. This all day is just roasting. That's all the kids do is talk shit all day.
I completely forgot, dude. You've been honed by the streets. You've been honed by the streets of fucking delinquent 12-year-olds, or I don't know, whoever you're actually watching. But they're probably not delinquents. They're probably good kids, is what I'm saying. But that can be tough, dude. They go hard, yeah.
They assholes, man. One kid, I walked in one time, right, and I'm bald, right? Everybody knows I'm bald. I wear hats a lot, but I'm bald. Kid, as soon as I walked in the room, kid, where is my super suit? And I didn't know what he was talking about at first. I was like, why is he saying that? Then he looked at me. He was like, where is my super suit? I was like, oh, fuck you. I know exactly what you're doing, man. I don't know if you caught I don't know how old you are either, Neil. You might not have caught that reference at all.
Why does that sound familiar?
You older than me, Neil. What's going on here, man? How old are you?
I know. Super suit. Man, I probably would have smoked that fucking memory away. Shut up.
Oh, that's The Incredibles, man. Everybody's seen the fucking.
Oh, The Incredibles. So The Incredibles I actually did miss. Yeah. Weirdly enough. I did miss entirely. It wasn't, I don't know why. The Incredibles is something.
When it came out?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, I started, I smoked a cigarette when I was 12 years old, bro. Yeah. I went hard in the paint.
I mean, that's when smokers start smoking cigarettes. And we being honest.
True. It is true. Yeah, you have your voice and I have mine. I think we both know what happened. Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ, the two raspiest motherfuckers.
Philly County.
I know, it's insane. But yeah, no, The Incredibles. Yeah, where is? Oh yeah, you had a good impression of it now. Yeah, that is pretty damn good. That kid nailed you. Fuck. All right, I mean, I'm gonna swing for it. I feel like though it's even better if the two people are friends. I feel like I've seen some great roast battles. Either from friends, even better. Like if they're acquaintances or they know each other, the more they know each other, usually the more fun it is. Mm-hmm. Like for the crowd, even they don't need to, you don't have to do work to like set something up, but if you do it the right way, they get the context and then it makes it even funnier because it's super specific. So that's kind of why I wanted to have you on too. It was like, we haven't got to sit down and like chat anyway. It'll be better. I think they'll make the roast better But I'm coming for fucking the throat. I'm going.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's, I'm going for the silly. I'll tell you that much. But I'm very excited. Excited.
Man.
We're gonna be doing it.
Bring it, Neil. I'm coming to fuck shit up tomorrow, man. I don't care what it is. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm taking the goal home. I can't think any other.
We're too
I can't think of anything else.
We're too powerful, dude. We're probably gonna like bully this whole crowd, and then because it's a certain, we're just gonna fucking start roasting them. We're gonna roast ourselves, roast them, and then we'll be like, "Come on, get up! We're all going for a run right now, you bitches." Get in the sweat.
I've seen that happen where somebody's at a roast battle and I guess the jokes against the other person didn't work, so they started talking about everybody else, and it was just like, all right, well, fuck it. If this is what you want to do, this is what you want to do, man.
So the sniper rifle doesn't work, but he's just spraying a fucking just everybody's gonna get it. That's interesting.
Bring the sword off, man.
I might do it. All right, man. Well, we will see. You obviously we should give the show a little thing. Yeah, check us out. Me and Marcus are gonna be roasting with a bunch of other roasters. People have been doing it put on by at Next in Line.
They're not important. Them people.
No, I mean, come for the show. This is the show. I think we all know that. But there'll be some other people trying to do some shit. But yeah, put on by James Moss and a whole crew of roasters. It's gonna be at Next in Line Comedy. So if you're listening to this now and you're in the area, come on out. It's gonna be a good thing. Marcus, where can they check you out, man? Where can we follow you? I'm gonna put all the info obviously in the description, but hit them with it just in case.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Running Joke Mark MARC, and then on YouTube, same thing, kind of flipped, Mark the Running Joke. So that's all on there, man. Y'all can find me. I got videos coming out on Instagram all the time. I do longer videos on YouTube, so the stuff that you can't see on Instagram, you'll find on YouTube. And yeah,
man. Yeah. It's funny too. You put in the the skits. It's really for what they are, little shorts and they're well executed. You can tell you're having fun. Like that's when you're like, oh yeah, this comic's just having fun making shit. Like, let him go. So go check him out, Marcus LeVar, dude. Yeah, we'll see you guys at the roast, obviously, but check out Marcus and thanks so much for doing it, man.
See you tomorrow, man.
Later. You want to be a good person. We know you do. And that's why we're here to guide you and help. You can go to @CultOfUsCast or Cult of Us and just subscribe, and that will fix you. This is your Pope, Neil Wood, and that will fix you. We know that you'll grow as a person and be better. Check out all the stuff at patreon.com/cultofus or droptent.com/podcasts. You want to be better. You will.
Hi, I'm International Man of Mystery Dan DePriel, and I'm one of the weekday comics. My friend Dave and I get paid to do comedy, believe it or not. But we're not allowed to tell all the jokes we want to tell. That's why we started this podcast. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m., where we're going to talk about the news of the day and tell a couple of jokes that we just don't feel comfortable telling on stage. Hey, we don't have careers, so who gives a weekday comics? Our podcast, where we give you the big bags of trash we were born to be and aren't allowed on the shows they pay us to do.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.